Here. Hey Jay, do you see these people sitting over here?
Yes, sir.
I met these people yesterday for the first time. And I told them today that Adriana was dead. Is she dead? Going to have to answer so they can hear.
Yes, sir.
They want to know how Adriana died.
Yes, sir.
Now, I wasn't there, AJ, was I?
No, sir.
Were you there when she died?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell them how she died?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
This 6-year-old boy, after the unimaginable trauma of witnessing his sister's life being taken by their mother, now faces the heartbreaking task of testifying against her. It's devastating to see such a young child endure so much at such a tender age. He's only 6 and has already experienced more pain than most of us could ever imagine. Stay tuned, as this story only becomes more emotional and heart-wrenching as it unfolds.
I want you to think back to the day that she died, okay?
Okay.
Who was at home that day?
Alan Michael.
Alan Michael? Who else?
My mother.
Okay. And where were you? Where was everyone? Do it this way. Do you remember when you got up that day? Do you remember what happened? Would you just tell me what happened? If you tell me, they can hear.
Yes, sir.
All right. That day when you got up, what did you do?
I don't know.
Okay. Did you watch any cartoons?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Where did you sleep that night? Did you sleep in your bedroom or did you sleep somewhere else?
I slept in the living room.
And what did you sleep on? Was there a special bed that you slept on that day?
Yes, sir.
What was that?
There's a bed.
Just a bed, like a camping bed?
Yes, sir.
All right. And Adriana, where did she sleep?
She slept in the bedroom.
Okay. Did your mom come home from work that day? That morning?
Yes, sir.
What were you doing when she came home from work?
I was still sleeping.
It's heartbreaking to see this little boy forced to testify against his own mother. What's even more tragic is knowing he'll carry the weight of this pain for the rest of his life, all because his mother couldn't control her emotions and committed such a horrendous act. The sorrow and injustice of this situation are overwhelming. And just wait until you hear the reason behind what his mother did. It's truly shocking and will leave you speechless.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What did Adriana do that day?
Nothing.
Did she do anything to get in trouble that day?
Yes, sir.
What did she do, AJ?
Spray some spray on the windows.
Oh, yeah? Why was she doing that?
I don't know.
Was she spraying any other spray that day?
Yes, sir.
How did it smell?
Awful.
Awful? Okay. Where was your mom? Where was your mama when she was doing that?
She was in bed.
Okay. Did she wake up?
Yes, sir.
All right. What happened to Adriana when your mother woke up?
She got grounded.
All right. Can you tell us how that happened?
Yes, sir.
All right. Tell us about that.
I can't remember.
You can't remember?
No, sir.
Were you inside or were you outside?
Inside.
Did you go outside that day?
No, sir.
Now, at some point, did you and Adriana go outside to play that day?
Yes, sir.
What were y'all playing?
Tractors.
Tractors?
Yes, sir.
Where were you playing with those tractors, AJ?
I can't remember.
All right. How is it that Adriana got drowned that day, AJ? Can you tell me?
No, sir.
All right.
Love to hear your thoughts on this heartbreaking situation because, to be honest, it nearly brought me to tears. This is a perfect example of why some people simply shouldn't have children. Parenting requires patience, care, and compassion. Without those essential traits, one shouldn't even consider becoming a parent. Tragically, the mother's actions in this case went far beyond anything acceptable, leaving a lasting impact on her child. Hopefully, this little boy will find a way to heal and recover from this trauma in time. Share your perspective in the comments below.
We'll get to that in a moment. She's not going to have a choice if the child is living with you primarily. Is that what's
Correct.
going on?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And how often do you allow her to see him at all?
No.
Okay, now that's going to change today. You do not have any authority to do that. You do not have it both ways. You can't say, I want her to pay this money, but at the same time, I don't want her to see our son. It doesn't work like that.
Well, once she starts paying me some money, then she can also start seeing the son.
Well, they don't go together.
Okay.
But the possession to a child has nothing to do with paying child support. You do not decide that. You understand? Okay, because in a different court, you could actually be held in contempt for that if you all had a court order and you were denying her access to your son. You understand that, right?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. Now, as for you, you'll be able to see your son, but you do understand that you have to pay child support as well.
Absolutely, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you do not have any objection to paying
No,
child
ma'am.
support. Okay, so you heard that, right? Okay, all right. So it seems like money is what's important to you, not necessarily her having a relationship with the child. That's right?
Yes.
And that's sad. And it's very sad that you admitted it. Okay, so you turned in some tax returns up here. I have your gross at $6,000 a year. And how many children? It's just Alex, right?
It's just one. Yes, ma'am.
Do you have any other children outside of Alex?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. So that brings your net down to $4,789.79 for one child. And then you do have to reimburse her health insurance because she's
Absolutely.
been paying it. You're okay with that, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Well, you don't really have a choice, so, okay. Plus the 111 comes out to $1,069 a month.
Okay. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
All right. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any questions about that?
No, ma'am, Miss Judge.
Okay. Why do you have this smirk on your face?
Oh, I like those numbers. Judge Rhonda. Judge Rhonda.
Sad. She's not going to have to come back in here and say, you know, she's not letting me see my child or anything like that, is she?
So when she sees the child, do I have to be around?
That's a no, because
It's truly shocking to see this woman openly admit she values money more than her own child. Just imagine prioritizing material possessions over the children you brought into this world. It's beyond disgraceful. Parenthood is one of the most precious and meaningful experiences, yet some people place more importance on superficial things. If you thought this case was unbelievable, just wait for the next one, where a father is about to find out if he's really the child's father. Let's dive into this jaw-dropping story.
And they read as follows. In the case of Benning versus Bodine, when it comes to 6-month-old Jermaine Benning Jr., it has been determined by this court. Mr. Benning, you are not the father.
What the?
Oh, I'm so sorry, Mr. Benning.
I got cribs and playpens and toys, and I've done everything that I do, and
Miss Bodine, do you know who Jermaine Jr.'s father is?
No, Your Honor. I didn't know that was gonna come out like that.
Well, you may not have known, but if it's not Mr. Benning, and it's not, do you know, keep track of, have an understanding, recollection, memory of the other people you were sleeping with during that time? Because you said no?
Together during that time.
You said you don't have that? You don't know?
No, Your Honor.
I'm asking this as respectfully as I can. When you say you don't know, like, you don't remember sleeping with people, or is it just that there were so many you can't remember? Or what is it? Because at this point, I hope you go and find the biological fathers for your children, because the same way Mr. Benning gets those texts and all those people in his ear, that's how they do the kids. Sometimes people can be very cruel. And the next thing somebody wanna come drop a dime that you know, Jermaine ain't your daddy. I don't know why people can be so cruel, but we hear it over and over again.
It's truly heartbreaking to see so many hardworking men being betrayed by their partners, discovering that the child you've loved and cared for isn't actually yours. Must be one of the most devastating feelings imaginable. What's even more absurd is that these kinds of truths often come to light only in court, instead of the person at fault having the courage to confess to their partner. This kind of dishonesty and betrayal are deeply unfair and leaves lasting scars.
Are you paying child support or are you paying child support?
I'm paying child support.
Okay, so that's why you're here. You're trying to get off child support.
Yeah, she wants an increase.
He live with you. Okay, I'll ask her to make sense of that for me. But for now, how old is your son?
10.
10 years old, lives with you. You take care of his expenses and everything like that?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, Your Honor.
Health insurance?
Yes, Your Honor.
You mind if I move over to her really quick? Because I need to make sense of why she filed this in court asking for an increase.
Well, I mean, I do buy things for my son, and it's expensive. And
all right, so does other parents. They buy things for their children,
Yes.
and it is expensive.
yes.
So why are you here?
Well, I have a business to run, and I need his help in order to buy these things for our son.
Wait a minute. Your son lives with him.
Yes, now he does, yes.
Now, as in 3 years ago?
3 years.
That's not now. No, it's not. 3 years he's been living with him.
Yes.
So you want an increase in child support
Yes.
to do what exactly?
To help my son, to buy things for my son.
Right. You work, right?
Yes.
Where do you work?
I have my own business. I'm a caterer.
Caterer. How much are you making in your catering business?
About 400,000.
400 what? You came here to waste my time.
I make $40,000 a year, Your Honor.
You came here to get an increase in child support so that you can pay for your catering business.
No.
So why are you here?
Just for my son, of course.
Right, but maybe you're missing it. It's going like this,
Well, he
going
wants
over your
to stop
head.
paying the child support, and I don't think that he should stop paying. I think
He
he should pay more.
should stop paying if the child has been living with him for the past 3 years. Under your original court order, Mr. Eugene, give me a second. Under your original court order, you were the person that the child was living with.
Yes.
Not him.
Yes.
So that means you voluntarily relinquished conservatorship over to dad.
Yes.
Right. So dad should be the person receiving child support from you.
From me.
That's what I said. That doesn't sound right to you?
No, ma'am.
Why doesn't that sound right? Because you're the mom.
Yes. And I have to buy things for my son, and I can't do it alone.
He buys things for your son.
Well, I need to do that too.
You make $400,000 a year, ma'am.
Well, I have employees and things to pay. I mean, you know.
Okay.
I don't think that he should stop paying the child support.
What do you think he should do?
Pay me more.
Pay you more?
Yes.
While your son lives with him?
Well, I still see my son.
Okay, yeah, but
Maybe once a month, you know, maybe.
Oh, I see him more often than that.
Maybe.
No.
Maybe once a month.
I see him more often than that.
what's more often than that?
Well, once a week. I mean, when I have my business all day, and then I do extra catering in the evenings, and so I'm just really busy.
Mm-hmm.
But when I'm not, then I do go visit with my son. Not once a month.
Once a month.
No.
Maybe.
How many other children do you have that are under the age of 18?
I don't have any other children.
Okay. Keep talking, I'm listening. I'm just taking down some notes.
I've said my piece. I wanted an increase in the child support.
Who pays health insurance?
I do.
How much is it?
200.
Is that for your son only, or that includes you?
That's just my son.
It seems like the father is literally doing everything for the kids, providing for their needs and ensuring they're cared for. Yet the mother still has the audacity to demand more child support. Despite earning a staggering $400,000 a year, she claims she doesn't have enough money to buy anything for her kids. This has to be one of the most ridiculous lies ever told in court. Imagine making 10 times more than your ex-partner and still walking into child support court to demand a paycheck. It's like walking into a police station wearing a ski mask. Absurd and shameless. But hold on, because this drama isn't over yet. Just wait until the biggest plot twist of the case is revealed.
She may be a little upset. I'm dating her sister.
Why didn't you lead with that?
Yeah.
I don't know. I probably should have left that, but
You probably should have.
yeah, I think it's some resentment going on.
You think?
Maybe, could be. I
There are
guess.
plenty of women in the world. You didn't have to go for my sister.
I mean, that is kind of outside the scope of why we're here, but she does raise a good
I
point.
mean,
You see why she's upset.
I'm a music teacher. Like, she plays the clarinet
Oh, okay.
really well.
So y'all been hitting notes together.
Yeah, exactly. you
Oh,
know, so
okay.
How long have y'all been hitting notes together?
Oh.
That's the question.
For
Or,
that's
yeah,
that's
a
not to
long
be discussed today. Okay, okay.
Yeah.
40,000,
You brought it up.
400,000. Okay.
You brought it up.
Well, I mean.
Well, nobody would be paying child support because we'd still be together if you weren't with my sister.
Okay, look. You know what it is. Okay. You know
Yeah,
what
you know
it
what
is.
it is.
And
I think everybody in here knows what it is.
so that's all I'm saying.
Miss-
It didn't work out, Your Honor.
Yeah, Mr.
She-
Eugene,
she-
I understand why she a little sour though.
Some things just
Her
happen.
sister?
Things just happen. You
Y'all
wasn't
just
there.
didn't happen.
You wasn't there.
Mr.
I was trying
Eugene,
to
Mr.
build my
Eugene.
business up
Excuse me,
for
ma'am.
us.
Excuse me, Mr. I do understand her frustration. Mr. Eugene, y'all just did not, by coincidence, fall on those notes, okay? That's not what happened.
I mean,
That's not what happened. Music did not lead you two together. That is wrong.
it kind of did. It was kind of like fate. I teach music. She plays the clarinet.
Okay.
You wasn't there.
I was working,
Okay.
trying to give us a nice life.
Okay. Well, why am I supporting the child for 3 years?
Because I had the child in the first place. You're the one that took him and then.
You know, I'm going to go ahead and make my ruling because I see this is a little deeper, well, a lot deeper than just child support. And
It ain't deep, y'all.
no, it is deep.
Yeah.
It is
did
definitely
wrong.
deep. So this is what we're going to do. We are going to stop Dad's child support, okay? His child support should stop. You voluntarily relinquished the child to him, okay? So that means the rights that you had in terms of the child living with you primarily, you gave that up 3 years ago. So it's only fair that Dad stop paying child support. I'm
only
going to
fair.
deny your request for an increase, okay? Dad did make a request to put you on child support. So you will start paying child support today. With your income, you're capped, right? In
So
Texas,
I'm
we
gonna
have
be
a cap.
paying him money
Yes,
while he's over there with my sister.
pretty much, yes.
And our son. Our son.
Okay, Mr.
You need
Eugene,
to stop.
Mr. Eugene, that's not cute. Stop that. You do not have to take the knife and turn it. It's already
am
bad
his mother,
enough, okay?
not
Don't do
her.
that.
Then
Don't
be
do
there.
that.
I'm trying to be there.
Okay, as I was saying, he made the request for you to pay child support. In Texas, you're capped at $9,200 for your net resources. So your monthly child support obligation giving you credit for the one, well, not credit, you have one child. So it's based on 20% of your income. That is going to bring your child support obligation to $1,840. Now, he also testified that he pays health insurance for your son. If you can get private health insurance, you do not have to reimburse him. But until that happens, you're going to be reimbursing him that $200. That brings your monthly obligation to $2,040 a month.
That's more than he was paying me.
He makes $40,000 a year. And as you can see, he likes music, okay? So,
He likes people who play music.
right, he likes all of that.
Just one.
So we're just
her.
going to
Okay.
move forward, and then that's what your child support amount is going to be to him, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
All right, do you have any other questions, sir?
No, thank you, Your Honor, for serving justice today.
You're very welcome. Although I must say, I can't believe you did that.
Now that's what you call a proper rude awakening. This entitled mother walked into court expecting to leave with more money, but instead, she's the one ordered to pay. The twist? The father is now dating her sister, which might explain her anger, but it certainly doesn't excuse her failure to care for her kids. No matter what happens in a relationship, your children should always come first. They didn't ask to be brought into this world, and it's your responsibility to ensure their well-being. Prioritizing personal grudges over your children's needs is beyond unacceptable. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think the court's decision was fair? Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for more juicy court drama. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.